Hello! If you ever find yourself visiting the Netherlands, which is obviously home of the gigantic wooden shoes and Nijntje with a tulip, then this is the video for you because I will be going over 4 top locations where you should visit if you happen to visit the Netherlands. So, some quick information is that the Netherlands speaks Dutch as the official language of the country, but pretty much everybody knows English because nobody else in the world really knows Dutch. So it's very easy as a tourist to get around. And if you're going to visit in the spring or fall time, it's important to bring a rain jacket. It's important at any time of the year, but especially those 2 times of the year because it is a very rainy country. And it's also very crucial to bring good walking shoes because everybody walks everywhere over there and people are biking everywhere. So depending on if you're doing walking or biking tours, it's very important to have some good walking shoes. Okay, so to begin, the first location I will be discussing today is Amsterdam, which is the big city that everybody knows and everybody wants to visit always. So to start off with, one of my personal favorite things to do over there is to shop. They have some of the best stores to go to, and one of my favorite shopping locations is the Negen Straatjes, or the 9 streets in English. And basically it's 9 streets dedicated to unique fashions and clothing and accessories. So one of my personal favorite things that I've gotten over there is this very lovely tulip shaped bag from a brand called Bylin, and I've only ever seen this in the Netherlands, so it was definitely a rare thing to get, and they have that and many other very special treasures, so check that out. But if you're not super into shopping, then they have plenty of other accommodations for people who don't like shopping, obviously. They have so many different museums, but the top 2 museums to visit would have to be the Van Gogh or the Van Gogh Museum and the Rijksmuseum, both of which have very amazing art. My personal favorite would be the Van Gogh Museum, but if you're going to visit there to see the Starry Night, don't do it because the Starry Night is in New York, which I found out the hard way when I visited. But there's still so many beautiful things to see, and around the Van Gogh Museum is thousands of sunflowers to take pictures with and to just be outside because Dutch people love to be outside, especially when it's sunny. So they take full advantage of that, and it's just there's so many beautiful places to visit that are lovely to see. One of which would be the Keukenhof, which is the next location that I will be discussing. So the Keukenhof is famous for the tulip fields that they have every year between March and April. That is when the tulips are in blossom, and they are very famous for that. And other things to do there, in case you happen to be there when the tulips are not around anymore, would be some bike tours, and they also have windmills to take pictures with. I mean, all throughout Holland there are plenty of windmills, but Keukenhof has a very famous big windmill to take pictures with and to explore a little bit. So the next beautiful location that I have chosen would be Giethoorn, which is the Dutch fairy village, and it is there are only canals there, so things to do when you're there is to rent a boat or hire a boat tour and just explore. It was so beautiful when I went to visit and very magical. It's a very small town, so it's not too crazy yet. And yeah, that was lovely. And the last place I'd like to discuss is Delft, where Delft's Blauw pottery comes from. Now, if you visit there, there's not too much to do and see, but they do have tours and explorations with the Delft's Blauw, as among other biking tours and walking tours to visit historic churches and so. So all in all, that was 4 different places to visit if you happen to go to the Netherlands. Thank you.